Hello?
Hello.
Welcome back to the Who Cares Network. This is not a podcast.
Yeah, this is not a podcast episode today.
It's a non-podcast episode by a podcast channel,
Exactly.
which
So
is
would
kind
you
of
like
ironic,
to?
but or not
So would
ironic,
you?
whatever.
So would you like to say why, or would you like me to?
A dear friend of the Who Cares community, Waffle Time, has been accused of pedophilic as actions,
Yes, he's been accused of,
of being a pedo.
grooming some underage girls and things like that. Uh,
Approximately 16 and 17.
yes.
So not like 14-year-olds or anything.
Yeah.
Those are the true pedos. 16, 17 just pedo light.
Yeah. I mean, it's still wrong, but it's less wrong
In the
because
eyes
there's
of
like the
the
Romeo and
community.
Juliet. Yeah, because there's like the Romeo and Juliet laws and all that. But that's not why we're here.
Juliet was a whore.
That is the most out of pocket thing that could have been said during this announcement. Holy shit.
So,
Uh,
what was it? Last Saturday, so this is on the 21st.
yeah, we
So
are
it was
recording this on the 21st.
so it was the last Saturday.
Yeah.
I was a part of the like hierarchy of the Waffle Time Discord, and I
Yep.
received an from the mods, and it was throughout the entire community. And we should have taken screenshots, but shortly after the talk got out through the community, the Discord was deleted by Waffle Time.
Yes.
But there was allegations of Waffle Time texting three underage females, 16, 17 were two of the girls apparently. And just to say this, we fully support Waffle Time until evidence comes forward from the victims, quote
Yes.
unquote.
Yeah, because as of right now, there's not enough evidence to prove that he's guilty. And
But
as friends of him, I believe that we should wait until there's evidence before we cut ties with him. And the moment that there is evidence and can be proven, I believe we're going to cut complete ties with him.
well, let's lay out everything for everyone. So we get the in the Discord. There's a probably 3 paragraph long chain from the mod team stating the allegations, and everyone's talking in the chat, and everyone's talking in voice calls and stuff, and then all of a sudden we get the Discord gets deleted.
Yes. I was actually about to take a screenshot of some of the things that were said whenever it was deleted.
You were?
Yeah, I was on the Discord as it was being deleted.
Ah.
Sure.
What was some of the stuff being said?
A lot of it was from the it was from the mod team, but the thing is, it was sketchy on both sides for both Waffle Time and his mod team.
Okay.
So the guy who made the announcement apparently used to be a mod, but had left. He came back, he got his mod back, and it was like 2 days before he made this announcement. He had only been in there again for like 2 days, which was kind of sketchy.
Yes.
And it was also done in the question of the day channel rather than in the announcements channel, which again, kind of sketchy.
Well, he probably doesn't have access to the announcements channel.
Well, he should if he had his moderator back.
Not all mods. I don't think all the mods had access to it.
That makes sense.
Because I'd only seen Waffle Time and about 2 or 3 others actually posting the announcements. So I think only the highest mods have that.
Yeah. Another thing is it said he deleted it as soon as he caught wind that we knew about it, referring to the supposed Snapchat conversations that had been said between Waffle Time and these
which
girls.
which Snapchat is, it's just hilarious because, Snapchat is the only app that you can actually delete things, like actually delete things for
Yeah,
good. So
yeah,
Snapchat within itself is pretty sketchy.
yeah. It was deleted right as we started to find out. But here's the thing: if they didn't have screenshots, how did these girls come forward to the mod team
Exactly.
other than just talking? And they
Exactly.
wanted to stay anonymous, which I can understand. I understand that completely, wanting to remain anonymous. But at the same time, if you're making those accusations, you need to be able to speak up.
Yes, and provide actual evidence of the crime,
Exactly.
which
And yeah, it's
has
hard. It might be traumatic, but
but yes,
that's
but nothing has actually been brought forth. I think as of today, nothing's been brought
uh
forth in a week.
yeah, there's one girl on Twitter who claimed she was one of the victims,
Yes.
but the account had very little activity on it on Twitter, and it didn't feel right. It didn't feel like
Mhm.
anything. Um, I'm reading through my notes here so I can make sure I'm telling everything right.
Yeah.
Um, Now the way that they worded it, it's like it sounds like one of these they knew about it and then he deleted it, and then the second part sounds like they like gave him a chance before they made it public, but he went silent. But why,
Yeah.
if that was true, why didn't they take screenshots of him showing that?
Yeah, you know,
Like,
there's DM messages, so why it weren't screenshots taken of DM messages
yes.
if that was the
And again,
case?
maybe it was just a mistake on their part where, they didn't get it.
Well, they could
But
still get it.
yeah, they still could. But the whole thing sounds sketchy.
It is. But
Now, on
what
Waffle's side,
yes, and this is no shade at him, but whenever the Discord shut down, he also left our Discord,
yes, which
which
is,
was a bit sketchy. But and to give him the benefit of the doubt, in that moment, I would probably want to run away from everything also.
I agree. I understand him leaving everything.
Well, because
But,
we're in his Discord. Well, at least I am.
I was
So
too.
so I'm seeing that also. So he's probably thinking, oh, I gotta leave everything.
Yeah. Now, on his side, there's been no proof that supports anything other than people just saying it.
Yeah,
But he deleted his Discord like 20 minutes after that announcement was made, which is very sketchy.
which is bad.
Yeah.
If you truly do have nothing to hide, staying in one place is the best you can. The best thing you can do. Stay in your ground.
Exactly. Exactly, yes.
Because if someone made pedophilic accusations towards me or you, and obviously they weren't true, I think knowing me and you, we wouldn't leave the Discord or anything. We
Yeah.
wouldn't we wouldn't get off social media. We wouldn't delete videos or anything. Not that Waffle Time did,
Yeah, no, no.
but we wouldn't do any of that stuff because we know it's not true.
Yeah. Like I know for a fact Waffle Time himself as the person still has a Discord account. He didn't deactivate his Discord account.
Yes.
But
So
anyway, he made a statement on it. I think it was either later that night or
yeah,
sometime soon
you want,
after.
you want me to read it?
If you would like,
Yeah, we can. There's 8 parts. So do you want us to go one to one?
I'd have to pull it up on my side. So if you just want to we
Oh,
can
okay.
take a break between each part and
Yeah, yeah.
break it
So
down. And
we'll break it. So this was posted at 7:52 p.m. on December 17th. So that was
4 days ago.
4 days ago. I'm hoping this message reaches the ears of people who enjoy my content and value truthful statements. I recently deactivated the Discord channel I've provided to my subscribership which was not an impulsive decision. I've actually been thinking over this over the past few months. So that the beginning is weird because I don't know why I would, just reading that first uh block, it's you kind of think, why would you think about over the past couple of months delete your Discord?
Yeah.
But the beginning's good.
Hmm.
Here's the next block. I've actually been thinking this over the past couple months in the face of mounting allegations and false rumors being started about me. Some of which include my sexuality being called into question, my relationships, saying leaks of my intimate life are being circulated online, which there is no such media because I value my privacy. So, it is apparent that his Discord, by reading that, his Discord he's had constant allegations, which I haven't seen.
Seen any?
I haven't seen
But
any, but that's the mod team probably deals with that,
yeah.
and I'm not a part of the mod team.
No.
I was just I think I was at the very top
You were
of
at
his
Waffle
roles.
Partners, I think.
Yes, yes. Um, Additionally, the conversations and interactions I've been seeing in the Discord community are not aligned with the intentions I opened it for, and I don't want this to affect the subscribers that join the channel to have fun discussing my content. And that is true, because me and you have talked that we don't go into his Discord very often because it's not the place me or you want to be either.
No, his Discord was a shit show.
Yes. I know I've seen rules that's like you can't lie about you can't about lying about your age. Um no more underage like NSFW art, like not like child porn, but um like underage artists
Yeah.
making not safe for work. And that's very that block really, I believe that
Hmm.
his Discord community is not aligning with the intentions that I think he opened it for,
Yeah.
because it was horrible. I mean, not to be rude, but it was.
Yeah.
And now it's come to a head with the serious allegation of me being a pedophile. It's my hope to only have to say this once. Such allegations both offend and disgust me. I am not a pedophile. I do not support and am not an advocate for pedophilic agendas. I am revolted by them. Which, that's a good thing.
That's how it
If
should be.
Yes, pedophiles deserve to be shot and burned,
Hmm.
and before they die, we should remove them of their genitals.
Fed to old Chippy.
Chippy.
Chippy the wood chipper.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like a animatronic like chickmunk.
No.
I don't know why my brain went FNAF.
We're FNAFing the pedophiles.
Oh, well, William Afton ate little girls and boys, so wait a minute. Is William Afton a pedophile?
We're I
I
that
Hey,
that's getting off topic.
it fits in the subject though.
I guess it does.
I'm writing that down. We're gonna talk about that next episode.
Yeah, yeah.
Where's my pen? Where's my pen? I have a comically large blue expo marker.
Comically large.
Comically large spoon. But
Just you can have a spoonful.
okay.
Anyway.
Anyways, uh, yeah, I'm revolted by them and refuse to be associated with anyone or anything that is even mildly excuses pedophilia. The deletion of my Discord is not me running away from the false accusations. It was a response to the curb the further propagation of defamation, slander, and libel against my character. That makes sense. I think that you know there, and that's double sided. Saying you can either stand your ground or extinguish it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Oh, my pen doesn't work. This is an orange pen. Ew. What's like you see an orange pen?
I
Um,
don't know.
uh, as well as to stem the huge inflow of antagonization and harassment I've been receiving via DM. Reading these messages, all of them addressing claims that have no evidence to validate them, has deeply wounded me not only as a YouTube creator but also as a person. And I agree with that. You know,
Yeah, like getting falsely accused like that's big, like everywhere.
yes, anyone who had that stuff would feel like that.
Hmm.
Um, I love this platform. I love creating content for you guys, but the current hostility I'm receiving does not foster a good environment for me to share this passion. With this being said, I'll be stepping away from all creation and social platforms until further notice. In my absence, I'd like to advise my subscribership to be selective of the information they choose to consume because even though the internet provides a wellspring of information and is a wonderful medium for conversation, I've learned that not all of it is true or spoken with good intentions.
Yeah, I don't blame him for that. Like that makes sense.
Oh, someone screenshotted the Daniel Price message.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So let's touch up on the last part of that, and then we'll actually read the that message that was sent.
Well, because I have
Um.
some things about the message that he sent, according to other people from Twitter. So
Okay. What about it?
we'll finish with this, and then we'll
Okay.
touch on that.
Um. What do you think? Hearing that.
I think I don't blame him for stepping away. Honestly, it makes sense for him to, step away until things get figured out one way or another.
Yeah, and it's sad to see a friend, you know, like this, but you know, people who saying that, oh, why would you delete your Discord if you have nothing, you're not, these allegations aren't true. Well, if you cut off, the flame from a fire, it'll extinguish.
Yeah, yeah,
So, I mean, I don't blame him for, stopping because there was probably 2,000 people
yeah. There were a
talking.
lot of people talking at once.
Yeah.
Like everything was going on. Like the voice chat. If I didn't have to go into work, I would have like hopped in the voice chat just to hear what was being said.
Hmm. Um, do you want me to read the Daniel Price?
If you have it pulled up, yeah,
I
if
do.
you'd like to.
At everyone, at Jesus Christ, at everyone, too long don't read. Waffle Time is a pedophile, a manipulative man who takes underage women at their lowest and uses their weaknesses and his weight as a creator as a way to get them to send them pictures of themselves to him and sex them and control aspects of their life, not even one at a time. He was talking to three women at once, two of whom at the time were underage, 16 and 17. He is 22. Okay. First of all, the fact that he's talking to three women at once has no relevance to this.
Yeah, I
What
mean,
people do in their personal life is what they do in their personal life. If I wanted to talk to, 22 women at one time, that's my business. But,
yeah,
you know, uh, a manipulative man who takes underage women at their lowest and uses their weaknesses and his weight as a creator. That's, for many pedophile accusations on content creators, that's always the opening statement. Always.
yes, yes.
Most proof and evidence is on Snapchat, which coincidentally got deleted. Oh, how ironic. When he caught wind of the mod team's idea, and that we found out basically. Okay, he deleted it, but the girls who he was texting supposedly wouldn't have it deleted.
I believe so.
So
Yeah.
why don't they have it?
And even if it did get deleted, where's their proof that they would have sent to the moderator team?
Exactly. Mo, now let me ask you something. If you had nothing to hide and wanted to prove yourself innocent, would you delete the very thing that could prove it? Or perhaps it got deleted because he knows it's incriminating. That can be flipped around. If you had something to prove to make him guilty, wouldn't they want to post it?
Yeah, exactly.
Wouldn't they want to bring that forward?
They're the ones accusing him. They should be the ones having evidence.
And we are nobody. We're no means saying that the victims are not victims.
Yeah, yeah,
We are saying, frankly, that both sides are at a stalemate because each side is 50-50.
yeah. And I mean, I strongly believe in innocent until proven guilty, and
Yes,
there's no proof that he did it.
exactly. Um, the entire mod team is behind in support of the victims. You all deserve to know, so this doesn't happen to anyone in the future. We are but a small voice. We do not seek revenge or retribution. All we want is to save others from their innocence and dignity being ripped away from them. We want you to know the truth, to know you aren't alone and you are safe. You all deserve better. Spread this information while you can. We will stay silent no more. Who's we?
I don't know who we
We
is.
want you to know the truth. All we want. The mod team?
Maybe that's who he's meaning.
I don't know. I don't like that paragraph. I like the other two. I don't like this one.
Hmm.
We do not seek revenge or retribution. All we want is to save others from their innocence and dignity being ripped away from them. It's just weird.
Yeah.
It's all weird.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know how true this is, and I can't find the Twitter post that I had. I had it like I had screenshots of it, but I can't find it.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Uh,
coincidentally.
yeah, right. But apparently it is actually. Let me double check real quick. But apparently it was almost word for word about another accusation from like some author being one.
Hmm.
Let me. Yeah, I don't have the screenshot anymore. It doesn't look like.
Hmm. Well,
I have a screenshot from one of the people who claimed to be a victim.
yeah.
Uh, I'm not going to say anything about it because I want to respect the victim's privacy if they do happen to be one.
Yeah.
But it was on Twitter and talked about it. Um, but yeah, that's from what I remember seeing is it was almost the whole thing was almost word for word from another thing. So it was very much like a copy pasta.
Which I think we've kind of overlooked everything as it all looks very sketchy, but no one's in the clear.
Yeah. No one
And
is in the clear, but again, innocent until proven guilty.
and and as host of the Who Cares podcast, uh, I just want to say that we never got to release the episode with Waffle Time, but the conversations that we've had with him on call and through text have been nothing but genuine and uh, very, you know, good.
Yeah. From what we know about him as a person,
I
and
mean,
from all the messages and calls that we've been on with him, he seems like a genuinely great guy.
and you say and the episode never got released, but the hour-long conversation, you can't, and they say you shouldn't tell, you can't tell who people. Sometimes you can't tell who people really are, but from what we know of him and what we've seen from him, conversation with him, he seems nothing but a genuine guy, and we support him until more evidence has risen against him.
Exactly.
Exactly. But prayers, my prayers go out to the victims if it is true, and thoughts and prayers go out to Waffle Time if it is not true during this very hard time for his career and his personal life.
Yep.
But is that all?
I think that's everything for this.
All right, shout out to Patrick.
God, I was not expecting to shout Patrick this. Okay.
Yeah. You gotta shout Patrick out everywhere, man.
I guess.
And while you're at it, guys, go buy a hint water. But
Monetizing the announcement of our friend.
uh, well, you know, I'll say this: Waffle Time, you are more than welcome to come on, defend yourself. Uh, but yeah, so go out and be great, guys.